It's been 4 days since police identified the man they believe to be responsible for the Brown killings and the murder of an MIT professor. But here's the thing, we are still nowhere closer to knowing what the killer's motives were. What we do know is that he attended Brown University as a graduate student of physics more than 2 decades ago. So, did something happen during his time that could have festered within him, caused him to commit these awful crimes? To dig deeper into his past at Brown, guess what? We are joined right now by his former friend and classmate, who is now a professor of physics himself, Scott Watson. Scott, thank you so much for taking the time. Professor, thank you so much for taking the time. I know this must be a very complicated time for you. I understand that you haven't seen him and spoken to him in years, that it was, I think, the last time you were friends with him back in 2000, 2003, that you saw the photo of him, didn't even recognize him. When you see this, and now you're looking at what he is accused of doing, is there anything in your mind you go back to your time with him and say, that was a red flag, that makes sense, I saw some anger there?
Yeah, so let me start by saying I feel bad for the families of the victims. And I don't think that's been emphasized enough. And also, to make it clear, after 2003, I lost contact. However, my time with him at Brown, he was very bitter. He thought he knew more than everybody else. The sad part about that is he did. So some journalists—
He was smart. You're saying he was smart.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people have painted it as that, you know, he dropped out and that's why he got all upset, because he couldn't pass. He could have already had a PhD. The classes were boring. He knew everything. In regards to the violence, after working with the FBI, I tried to remember this stuff. Again, it's been 2003. In particular, a story I can tell real fast. We had another classmate that was Brazilian. And as you know, Portugal had a slave colony in Brazil. And so he would refer to this student as he walked in as the slave. And one day it escalated to a fighting match that I had to break up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the professor, Nuno Loureiro, who was gunned down? Did you know him? Do you know if Valente knew him? Anything you can share about that?
I'd really like to clarify something. So when I did the CNN interview, I recognized his face. The reason is because he was at Princeton and he came to give a seminar at Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, he was not visiting on a normal basis, as far as I understand.
Okay.
The shooting, I think, is related to the concept that their relationship in Portugal. There was a rivalry. Obviously, he became a successful professor at MIT and went to Princeton, whereas Claudio came to Brown. I like to think Brown's good, but it's not Princeton. Sorry.
So do you have an idea about motive here? I mean, do you have an idea of what would have driven him all these years later to open fire, seemingly at a classroom or hall where he would have attended classes and then gunned down this professor? Do you have an idea of what was going on in his mind based on your time with him?
I mean, again, I'm guessing, but I have a strong guess. He really hated Providence. He really hated his school.
Yeah.
And he also, I don't want to say professors' names, but he was trying to get an advisor. Nobody would be his advisor.
Right.
And yet at the same time, he knew everything. And I really think that's the explanation for the Brown shooting. Unfortunately, I mean, well, yeah.
But it's hard to get into the mind, particularly of someone who's no longer here. Scott Watson, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.